But frankly, there are a lot more sightings than have been made public.
8 months before Trump's term expired, he nominated Representative John Ratcliffe as his new intelligence chief.
There's now a report that will be issued by the Pentagon, by the Secretary of Defense and the Director of National Intelligence. I actually wanted to get this information out and declassified before I left office.
On Friday, Ratcliffe made headlines everywhere when he announced that the government plans to release a report declassifying numerous UFO sightings.
There's actually quite a few more than have been made public.
This, to those of us who have been following the UAP narrative, comes as no surprise, as this is in line with news we've actually already received. We all remember that the Pentagon back in September of 2020 created the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force, and this task force is going to issue a report to the Senate Intelligence Committee in about 6 months, so this upcoming summer. And if you'll remember recently, U.S. Senator Marco Rubio, former presidential candidate and also acting chairman of the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, said that he wants more transparency from this task force on the grounds of national security.
We have things flying over our military bases and places where we're conducting military exercises, and we don't know what it is, and it isn't ours.
According to former intelligence director John Ratcliffe, there have been, quote, a lot more sightings of unidentified flying objects, or UFOs, than have been made public. Some of these UFOs, Ratcliffe elaborates, have been
traveling at speeds that, exceed the sound barrier without a sonic boom. So in short, things that we are observing that are difficult to explain. When we talk about sightings, we're talking about objects that have been seen by Navy or Air Force pilots or have been picked up by satellite imagery.
This information, too, is a continuation and not a departure from the information that we received from Luis Elizondo about the 5 observables, one of which is the ability to exceed the sound barrier without the sonic boom. Ratcliffe went on, quote,
usually we have multiple sensors that are picking up these things, but there are instances where we don't have good explanations for some of the things that we've seen.
You might also remember back in 2020 when former U.S. Senator Harry Reid tweeted saying that the videos of the UAP that have been released to date, quote, only scratches the surface of what the government has on file. This sounds rather similar to what Ratcliffe is telling us now, that these 3 videos which have been released are just a small piece of a much larger puzzle which the government is trying to solve. Ratcliffe doubled down on his claims with another quote.
They're unexplained phenomenon, and there's actually quite a few more than have been made public.
While the rest of us pick at our cuticles, anxiously awaiting the release of this UAP report, it seems that more and more current and former top-ranking government officials are coming forward with evidence concerned about the national security implications that this unsolved mystery might pose.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh.
There is someone flying in the airspace that no one else is allowed to fly in, and we don't know who it is, and it isn't something we have. We need to know what that is. I mean, that's in my mind. I mean, I don't understand why we wouldn't want to know what it is.